On the air, as they say in the TV business.
Right. I was thinking.
We're on the air in this case.
We're on the air.
On the air.
On the air.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Good.
mind having one of the black
Welcome.
and white ones, but.
Air.
we can trade
Welcome,
it.
air.
Welcome air.
Yeah, hopefully we'll narrow it down by then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
You're gonna like that. Oh, thanks. My bribe.
Your bride.
Thank you.
You like that card and everything?
It's not. We have what? Food. Yeah, there's food. You can't. Oh, you can't open that. I was gonna say, you can't show that around though. It's funny. Makes me look bad. Which, whatever. At this point, no, worse than whiskey. No.
Since this is Jen's last day, I made some pastries over there,
Oh, good.
handmade
Thank you.
from someplace.
Was that nice?
I had those containers and I've got
Perfect. You
yeah
just bring those down, handmade.
handmade.
Thank you.
I
You shouldn't
hand
have,
brought 'em.
honestly.
Hand brought 'em.
Hand delivered.
Hand delivered.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, I'm kind
Did
of
you
that
see
way.
that? It's funny. This is
Yeah, I
funny.
saw it.
It's funny.
I haven't read it, but I will.
I said when you need anything, don't call me. Just read that.
Just read that.
It's not very nice. I'm not being very. I was being funny.
I know, it is.
Yeah.
Everybody can't read.
Well, that I can't help you with. Too late.
Maybe,
Now you can hear.
maybe I can scan it into AI and then read it to them.
Yeah, it was actually pretty handy.
7:00.
Yeah.
It is on the dot. All right,
Chop,
let's
chop.
get this ball rolling.
For those younger. by
If
the
I
way.
can see. Everybody ready? Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Jen Schultz,
Here.
Mike Hayes,
Here.
Jennifer Watkins,
Here.
Tom Powell,
Present.
Chris Hunt,
Here.
and Kit Williams.
Here.
Welcome, everybody,
Now Karen's over.
to December. Getting ready for Christmas. I'm ready. Okay, we'll go through the big stuff on the consent agenda first. We have 2 minutes that were involved. If you guys have any questions about those, ask them now. Otherwise, they're part of the consent agenda. And I'll entertain a motion to get through items 1, 2, and 3.
I didn't have any questions.
Nobody? Hey, motion time then.
Are we excluding 4 from that, or is this 1 through 3?
1 through 3.
Which,
I'll move we approve the consent agenda items. Items 1 through 3 as presented in the packet.
Okay, any second?
Second.
Second by Jenny. All in favor?
No.
Carries 5-0. Okay.
I did notice one error.
You're supposed to speak.
Somebody misspelled Merry Christmas.
Oh, got it.
I got it.
Yep. We'll need that corrected.
I'm gonna blame it on Cammy.
Cammy.
Is that Cammy with a K or with an I?
S.E.
Mhm. Good note. Good note. Okay, on to presentations and guest speakers. JEO is here
What are we gonna do?
tonight with an update on the water system.
You bet.
Good evening.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Judy. Something to say?
We approved 1 through 3. What are we gonna do with 4?
4's right here, presentation.
Oh, I thought that, okay. All right.
So, I'm Mike Schultes with JEO. Also have Andrew Fisher with JEO here. I just kind of wanted to give kind of an update on the water system design. So I have a handout here in just a second that we'll pass around, but really the last time that I spoke to you, we kind of did the study last year. It was back in March. We kind of had a little bit of a preemptive kickoff meeting held here. And then since that time, the funding has been kind of finalized. You got money through the Kansas Water Office, so that was finalized. And then this summer, this fall, we kind of got started with the design. So at this point, we're kind of through preliminary design. Just kind of wanted to touch base, have a couple of questions, want to clarify a few things. And then from here, we would advance forward with the final design in the coming months. And then, 3 months or so from now, we'd kind of finish up that final design, probably come back, visit with you to make sure that you don't have any other questions, and it can be kind of permitted. And then there is another round of funding, which you guys applied for through the Kansas Water Office to provide funding for the construction of the project. So that probably will be released as to if you were approved for some or all that, probably in early 26. So that's kind of the overview. Andrew, if you want to.
In early 26?
Yeah, I think it was probably
Middle of February was last time
yeah,
they announced.
kind of. I think it varies a little bit, from year to year. So.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
10 copies, so I can leave this one with
You gonna
you.
see if that
We're
can go
done here,
on or
but
no?
I'll talk from this.
I
So
don't
this is,
have it.
we
Yeah.
do have, kind of complete plans that we have reviewed kind of with city staff. But this is kind of a summary, kind of in the interest of time, just trying to summarize what the project entails, involves. So this shows the proposed water main alignment and what we have designed. So we did the topo survey. There's been some geotech borings kind of along this route. And like I said, we have kind of put together plan and profile sheets that have been provided to the city staff. We've had a couple virtual Teams meetings over the last several months to review them. So this is kind of a summary sheet. So what is shown in orange is a proposed 8-inch water main, and then the red is the proposed 6-inch water main. And then what I also showed on there, what we also showed in there are the fire hydrants. So the fire hydrants kind of blue dots,
Mhm.
and if it has a green circle around the outside, that kind of means there's an existing fire hydrant basically in that same location. And so you can kind of see throughout there, if you look close, most of the existing fire hydrants are basically being replaced with a new fire hydrant. There's only one. If you look at 3rd and Main Street, there is an open green circle there. Basically, there's a fire hydrant kind of on each side of that street existing. So we're planning to put the water main back and then put the fire hydrant back on the north side of the street. That's really the only existing fire hydrant that's not being directly replaced with the new one. There are several, again, you kind of got to look close, but there are several new ones. So like at 3rd and Cincinnati, there's a blue circle. It doesn't have a kind of a green outline, so that would be a new fire hydrant. 5th and Mechanic, and then I think on the west end of Main Street, and also at 6th and High. So there are, I think, about 4 proposed new fire hydrant locations. But you can kind of see on the map, it's pretty well covered, basically.
You said something
Every
about
block,
3rd
every
and,
other block.
did you say something about 3rd and Main right here?
Yeah.
And you're not putting one here?
Yeah, the existing one had one on both sides. So there's one on the northeast corner and one on the southwest corner. It's kind of had 2 fire hydrants. So we were just replacing the one on the northeast corner. If you want to both, we can put them both, doesn't matter to me, we just kind of tried to spread them out equally, so. I think, your Main Street kind of has 2 existing water mains in some spots, I think that's probably why there are 2 fire hydrants there.
A lot of this, so the fire department's not stretching those and we're shutting the whole street down.
What's that?
That's the reason for that, so we're not stretching it.
Oh,
Fire
sure.
department's not stretching those and shutting that whole street down.
And I'm fine with putting it back if that's what, the consensus of the council is, you don't have to make a motion or anything, but just kind of some head nods, happy to.
I think it's.
If you guys don't agree, come on.
Smart.
The fire.
Yeah,
department.
smart.
I think we've got to defer to the fire department, obviously, on that.
If you guys don't agree, come out and stretch 5 inch with me.
Should we call it?
Ain't washing it afterwards.
Yeah, you are.
No. So
Sounds like it
I-
needs to be there.
logically, I would think that would make sense to put one on both sides from what Chris just said.
I will make a note of that.
Are there other spots that you
I
guys
don't
are
see
concerned
anything
about?
else that bothered me.
That's what I was gonna say, if we could solve it
Point
with
it out
fire
one.
as far as anything
I like the
else.
same one.
Worried about that one at that dead end or not?
Well, according to this, everything's on the north side.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the south side.
Where else are you looking at, TC?
There's nothing
Well, I
else
think,
there.
No, I know, it's on site.
I'm just looking, there's nothing missing, but we're not replacing the lines there, so I think the existing ones will stay. So replacing those fire hydrants that are existing, that'll have to be at main.
I think just along Main Street, I think most of.
Okay.
What about around the high school?
I've had it, it's already done. This is only new.
Okay,
So this
okay,
already, this is fairly new up here.
okay.
Or-
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Andrew will double check me here, keep me honest, but yeah, I think the way we have it shown that yes, the proposed fire hydrants as well as the existing, the green circles, on Main Street, the majority on the north side, the ones on the south side would be kind of on the west end. Kind of that, I guess, the west side of what you could say is First Street, there's no street there, but about First Street, then Second Street, and then if we have that back at Third Street, so.
Well, there is one.
No, there's not.
No, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
Like-
There are the other ones. So, it's confirmed that.
There's one right here.
I know where that one's at.
Whatever that one is.
Remind myself.
Oh, but no, that's kind of feedback we're looking for.
I think there's one more spot we need to talk about,
Thank you.
right outside the public library. One
Okay.
corner or the other. We don't have, there's not one for,
That's a long stretch.
what is that?
There's one at North and Sixth. But we have several homes and things in the area of the library, both sides of the street. And
Oh, so.
the hose lay for a fire hydrant very long. There's no long ways to go.
Right.
The only thing we have is on the yard
Yeah.
with elementary school.
Talking here.
I think
Yeah.
I do have
That's-
your.
Aren't those over here?
What,
I think we need to look at that for sure.
is there one up by the school?
It is, it's way up.
North?
So there's, if you look at your map,
So if we went back in here someplace closer to just north of the library,
the
maybe.
north, the middle driveway,
Right there.
Probably
Right, yeah.
Highland and Sixth.
I wouldn't. Did you get that?
You got
Yeah, Sixth and Highland. Is there an existing fire hydrant there? I'm kind of looking at your map.
There's not.
There's not. So, yeah,
So that would be an
Yeah, let's do it right.
Okay.
What you guys need.
well, so dumb question. No, never mind. No, it is dumb. Never mind. We're good.
This is Towanda.
No. Right there.
We know where, we know the Sixth and North it works. That hydrant works.
Um,
Found that out here
because These aren't being replaced. they're not
recently.
replacing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
So, yeah, Third Main and Sixth and Highland.
I think everything else I've got is outside of that line.
Yeah. That's what I really worried about. That's what it's hidden.
It's hidden. Yeah, it needs to move notification. I guess I'll point out the one at Bigelow and Second,
Yep.
that one needs to be moved. It needs to be there, but they dug that ditch.
I do think it's moved on the plans.
Okay, yeah,
I
it probably
believe.
is. It just,
Yeah, that's why it's got.
that's supposed to leave it where it is.
Bigelow,
No,
southwest corner. So, yeah, here's the, I don't know if this will help you or make sure we're on the same page, but so the red one's the existing location, so right on there, so we were going to the north with it, so I mean, still same
That'll work.
general spot, but.
Get it out of the ditch. It's a deep ditch.
So.
Might fall down.
oh, you're getting old.
A walker might not.
I got a buggy belt for it.
Okay. We got those on there. And then we'll continue to work through, we've had the city staff provide some feedback on kind of existing valves and all those things. That's a little tough to show and probably a little bit more time consuming to get into those details, but we'll continue to work with them on the valving, both on the existing side to make sure things can be isolated for construction and then just kind of for the future. So, but in general, there is a valve, not only for each fire hydrant, but more or less a valve next to each fire hydrant and then kind of at every intersection. So there's a good number of new valves to be able to isolate the water main in the future. So good. And then we did discuss at the kind of initial meeting, again, the sizes that are shown. So the 8 inches, the orange, and 6 inches, the red. So that's being what is designed. And then we also talked a little bit about kind of the material, pipe material. We talked about PVC and HDPE. We can talk more about the pros and cons if you'd like. We're kind of leaning towards the PVC just for long-term, I guess, maintenance and workability. There's definitely just some nuances with HDPE to be able to kind of work on that in the future and get all the certain equipment. You gotta have fusion equipment and all this stuff that you gotta purchase. So usually that's a pretty tall ask of a community unless they're of a certain size where they've purchased a lot of that and they work with it a lot. And so in PVC, it's pretty typical. I did talk to Terry Brown, who's kind of with the Rural Water District, just kind of get his sense on what they kind of use and what they kind of like. And he kind of echoed that. I would say he had pretty strong opinions, which is fine. But he just said he doesn't, they don't like to use the HDPE because it just causes them challenges if there is an issue for them to kind of work with it. So they prefer the PVC as well. So, but just wanted to kind of confirm that in case there were strong opinions.
Pretty much what we discussed at the last Zoom meeting, wasn't it?
What's that?
Yeah.
That was pretty much the discussion at the last Zoom.
Right.
meeting.
Yeah.
PVC simply because of the ease of stocking materials.
Yeah. It's just if you get a new water service or anything like that, easy to tap. It's just easy to work around, easy to repair if there's an issue. It's kind of standard fittings. The HDPE is, it's a little bit more flexible, which is nice, but again, you gotta have special equipment. It fluctuates a little bit more.
You only have to have special equipment when you're putting it together at first. I mean, once it's together and it's in the ground, you don't need any special equipment unless you break something. And even then, you're gonna put a strap on just like you do now. So I don't understand.
It would be a little different, like if you had a new water service tap, you do not put on the same stuff. You do not
On HDPE.
Correct. Yeah, you got to have some fusion equipment. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. You can probably do it, and I guess hopefully it works okay. But no, technically, it's kind of like a fusion where you have a special piece of equipment that kind of melts it all together. I guess is kind of how I think of it. So, I mean, I have done
So
projects where they've kind of been able to do that and make it work, but
If you had a break in the ground with HDPE, you had to dig a huge hole to lower your machine down in there.
If you're re-welding it together, you're right, yeah.
And that's a big deal.
But like I said, I mean, you're still just putting straps around it, so, you know, compared to what you're doing now, it's, cause I mean, PVC, the life of PVC is what, 60 years?
oh, I would say,
And HDPE is like 120 or something.
I'd say they're equivalent. I've never heard anything different like PVC. I mean, it's been on the ground since the 80s or whatever, and I'm not aware of any issues. I think the life expectancy is generally, we kind of, if you ask us, we're gonna say a certain thing, but I think it's
Is there a
about the
difference in
same.
the diameter of the pipe?
ATP, you'd have to go a bigger size, 'cause it's a thicker pipe, so you have to go
Okay.
10 and 8. There's probably less contractors that
Lots of failure.
work with HDPE,
Yeah.
because you gotta have a special
With the water.
pipe and materials, to put it together. So usually if
Water service.
you bid it, you don't get as many people bidding the projects, and that's really tougher in the future, again, to repair it, because you call up certain contractors. They're probably not gonna be as accessible, that have the equipment to put it together, but, again, that's just kind of what we've talked about and probably what we'd recommend, but if there's strong feelings otherwise, it doesn't, you know, we're
It is
flexible.
what it is, but I just didn't understand.
So otherwise, we do have, and I can leave copies of the plans if there are. I got 2 copies of them. If people are really interested, you can kind of flip through those in more detail. But we are planning to, for the water services, put a new service in, basically a new meter pit. The existing meter would be moved over to the new meter pit and then connected back into the existing service line to the house. And then any areas where you have to dig up in the street, plan is kind of go back with concrete in those areas for the street. Or any concerns with that we can discuss, but that's pretty typical. Kind of go back. Any areas that are disturbed with some concrete. There's one other thing I was going to mention, but that's kind of lost my train of thought there. But those are a couple of things I've also wanted to communicate. So, any questions or concerns about anything?
So when you bury the stuff, are you just gonna put in the spoil to refill, or are you gonna use flowable fill, or?
Jog my memory. So a lot of this will be directional drilled, just to try to miss the driveways, trees. You know, they can kind of deflect as best they can around trees. So a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it will be directionally drilled. We'll kind of add those details to the plans as we kind of go through the final design. So if they're directionally drilling it, you know, they kind of use that hydraulic fluid, the mud or whatever, as they go through, and then they kind of pull the pipe back through. So that would kind of be how that pipe would be installed. If there's any open trench locations when they dig it out, you know, it kind of depends on the exact soil in that location. If it's pretty good dirt.
Well, Kansas said you have to put sand down before you can, or sand or pebble down before you can lay your pipe. I mean, if you open a hole, right?
We've done both. So again, it kind of depends on the soil. We've had plenty of pipe that, you know, if it's kind of good dirt, there's not a lot of debris in it that support the pipe. We've just buried it kind of in that native soil back in there. We can also specify kind of a gravel up to the spray line of the pipe, which is halfway up.
I believe that Kansas says you have to lay it, if you open it, you have to lay it on sand.
Okay.
You might want to look into that, but I believe that's true.
Sure. And that's, I mean, it's kind of, you guys have a strong preference. Let's try to
All the state law. Right, my preference.
And long lasting, if it means the ground is, I mean,
Sand is soft, it moves with pipe.
Right.
Dirt doesn't.
right.
Yeah.
So whatever those requirements would be, plus the longer lasting would be ideal considering the amount. If you're going in there, you may as well do it right.
Okay. Yeah, we have our detail. Hasn't tight, only people in tight. Yeah, if you open, believe that. Only three, that kind of has some definition to it, but.
Only be open. Otherwise. You bore through this.
So there's several more review sessions with everybody and the firefighters and people that would have any say in this. You have several more review sessions you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a virtual call at any time. I mean, some of it is, I mean, it's a big project, so it's kind of a lot, like even in this meeting, I don't want to take up,
Yeah.
an hour of time.
Going
You
through every
kind of
little
go
thing.
through all those details. Some of it is kind of like this, welcome the feedback, but yeah, certainly kind of at that final design where it's 95%, we'll have it. Again, we probably won't go through every page. But if some of you, really want to get into it, we can provide those, in advance of the meeting, so you can kind of flip through and read through them and look at them.
Is it to the point where I can send out to the council the plans as is?
You
so
can, I
they
mean, you can forward them, yeah, and like I said, these couple copies that we have, these kind of had our questions on them. I just printed out the same one that I sent to you, Andy, so again, I can leave these. And if there's anybody that really wants to look through them, I'll just leave them with you. Print it out in color. Again, those kind of have some of our questions on there, and those are preliminary. They don't have all the detail, but you'll get the idea. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll be back kind of before it's finalized to review it. And we can, like I said, send some stuff out in advance. That way, if you want to read through it before I come or before we come, and you'll have a list of questions, we can kind of go through those. Otherwise, yeah, it's kind of a little high level, kind of just touch on some things such as this that are generally important to communities and want to make sure are noted in terms of like the alignment, size, fire hydrants, any major changes. But yeah, if there's at any time, if anybody has a question or something comes to mind, or hey, I want to make sure this is in there, letting Andy know, and you can reach out to me or reach out to me directly.
Sounds good.
Other question? I think that's really all I have. I'm kind of checking my notes here, make sure kind of cover and communicate the things that I had coming into this meeting. So, but don't really need anything from you in terms of a formal motion or anything like that. It was really just to communicate, provide an update, and then we'll advance forward to the final design.
Okay. You guys satisfied with the update? Thank you.
Yes.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. All right, moving on to old business, Main Street building progress. Is that what you're showing here? Yeah?
Lisa,
Are we still waiting on the trusses that, as far as
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, he's, they added trusses, they added trusses, and then they added I-beams, 12 I-beams, which is an extra cost. So Roberto's working on it.
So we're still waiting on structural members in order to begin the construction.
Okay. But forward moving, sounds like. Okay. So that's that. Safe streets for all.
Safe Streets for All grant. So it's federal grant. We signed the grant agreement, and they didn't sign the right of grant agreement because they had revised it. So I re-signed the grant agreement, and then we went into the government shutdown. Now that we come out of the government shutdown, I asked him if we could go ahead with the request for proposals to do the study. Our representative with the program, and he said, yeah, absolutely, you can start that portion. And then this week, or tail end of last week, I got another email from him saying you're going to have to re-sign the grant agreement because they changed some things in the grant agreement. So this is, I think, the third or fourth time that I will have signed the grant agreement. So it's a federal program. It's nice that we got the grant, but it's a struggle.
JO run that program too?
No, no.
Okay, so your anticipation on that is what?
So when our new city administrator is on board, she will sign that after the first of the year and get that to them. That's what I told them, that since she's going to be in place, then she needs to sign it. She can follow it from there. And he agreed. So
Okay.
Um,
Hmm.
so have we thought about the RFPs at all?
yeah, I've got some examples, and I've got
Hey, hold on. So we're gonna wait again for her to take office instead of you just signing it, or if you sign it now and then she'd have to sign it again? Or are we just waiting just because?
just because it's such a complicated thing and it's a governmental thing, she's going to be the contact person on the grant. So, I mean, we can start the RFP process. That's not an issue. It's just that we have to, I mean, we can do that now.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, capital improvement. Are we done with that one?
Capital improvement,
No, safe
No.
streets?
safe streets, yes.
Okay. Capital improvement, that's Lisa.
Again, we're still working on collecting data. Did they receive the sheets for the?
No, I haven't sent them out yet, but well, I haven't sent them out yet, but they're.
We still have, we have a handful of sheets. Again, we're finding more items, to add. There's always more things that we find that need repaired, fixed, or replaced.
Yeah. So when we're done, it's going to be pretty comprehensive because we've been gathering and gathering.
And two, it'll have items that you need to address, but two, maybe a section in the back for future, for items that they can look ahead at the future and moving down the pike a little further, but to help with the planning of it.
Okay,
So
so in progress.
in progress.
Got it.
I hope it is done before the budget process starts. And typically start the budget process end of February, first part of March.
Alrighty.
Just put some, it'd probably be safer.
What's that?
I
What?
I just feel like everything we went through so far is wait. And
Well, that's the way it works. It
doesn't
takes
have to
time.
work that way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's not something, if you have your own business and you can make your decisions, you can do that. But we don't, and we've got to gather information and put things together. What we're doing is putting together a comprehensive proposal. So it takes time.
You mentioned some data sheets. What are we talking about?
I explained it in.
What are the parts and pieces that we haven't sent them yet?
More parts and pieces that we do need to consider and think about, yes.
Yes. We're talking about pool parts. We're talking about,
We've got a pool filter, we've got, police department, there's just several sheets yet to add to it.
I think Andy highlighted that in our packet. You did.
but
You
in
put-
this packet,
Yeah, you put together all the things that still need to be discussed and added. Right here, capital improvement plan update. When you consider prospects going back on the police department, the costs, as labor, equipment, water tower, repainting, pool
My
equipment.
I must have misunderstood because what I heard was there were some data sheets that needed to be sent out or something.
No, we've got data sheets in that they're pages in the plan. We just need
Okay,
the information
okay.
finalized.
Yeah, I thought we were waiting on somebody to respond back to us with something.
We are that too.
Okay.
Bids, what?
Just trying to get the water tower company to respond.
Okay,
Try to get, there's lots of parts and pieces to it. So,
We
gotcha.
don't doubt that.
Okay, so that is in progress in another month or so before budget. Got it.
mhm.
Okay, Circle Rex use of the south ball fields.
I invited them to come and discuss that with us today, but Tyler said that he could not make it today, and I got no response from Nick, the board president. So,
Okay,
is what it is.
spring it will become important.
Yep.
Right now, not so much.
Yeah, it will be.
So Rob has some direction on that anyway, somewhat from our last couple meetings.
No,
No,
I don't really have any direction, and that's why we last month invited them to come speak this month, so that we could maybe
get direction.
get what they're thinking on their end of things, as far as what their wish list might be.
Okay,
Here, there's a discussion.
so we're in the
with
same
council.
spot.
Yep.
All right. Same spot. It will become important. March the 20th. Okay. Anyway, moving on. New business.
We have a contract to sign.
Yes, we do.
So we went through a pretty long process and interview process and to try to find a new city administrator. And we settled on Sarah Gooding. Sarah Gooding has been the assistant.
Settled on Sarah?
Well,
We settled,
I mean,
settled on you.
times are tough. right?
That is a funny way of putting it. We know what you meant.
We said, hey, Sarah's here.
settled on.
Sarah Gooding has been Assistant City Administrator at City of Derby. She's worked at City of Wichita. And what was your position there?
I was the real property section manager in Housing and Community Services,
Okay,
which is a fancy way of saying all things real property, federally funded programs were under my administration.
right. And then she's been with WSU's,
Public Policy and Management Center
right.
as a community program specialist, helping with strategic planning.
And she's done a lot of contract negotiations and that kind of thing. So we have a contract for her to sign. And I forgot to print out the contract, so Sarah had to go make sure I had printed out the correct contract. So signed between the mayor and Sarah. And
Yes.
I'd be delighted.
Yes, I'm last.
It's a
Yeah.
good-
Your side last?
actually, the mayor, council president, the attorney, and the employee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get big time. Well, welcome, Sarah. I met you tonight due to my lack of being around and the fact that I'm leaving. But it'll be a good spot for you. And there I am.
You're the one that says
I'm okay.
mayor.
I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Bring your tennis shoes.
Will do.
Tall orders. What is it?
12:10,
Thank you.
no problem.
Okay, on to council president, Mr. Mike Hayes. So tell us, Sarah, give me a little snippet about you that we wouldn't know otherwise, besides the fact that you wanted to be city administrator here.
Sure. Well, if you see me sitting in the front row taking notes, my background was community journalism before I entered into local government. So I have a long history of enjoying sitting through council meetings, school board meetings, county commission meetings, long before I said, hey, that might be a role that I could move toward. I guess it was 2018. The newspaper industry was changing, and I was like, well, what else could I do? And so I went to Wichita State, completed my Master of Public Administration degree,
and entered into public service right as the pandemic was beginning. And so I landed in the city of Derby, working with somebody who I think is one of the best city managers in the field. And so I've had phenomenal mentors who have been part of my life and my journey, helping to get me to the point where I was ready to step into a role like this. And so my experience ranges from the city of Wichita all the way down to communities of just a few hundred people. So I am excited for what Towanda brings as a small community, a community where there are a lot of people who serve just wholeheartedly, very deeply involved in caring for their community. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
We're excited you're here. And I know Andy's excited to help
Yeah.
get the ball rolling and get you onto some of these things that have been sitting just, due to government policies, which you're very well aware of. And
Yes, I worked in HUD, so I'm well aware of all the parts and pieces.
yeah, so that'll be nice. Be nice to have another
Yeah.
go at it.
Yeah, since we're looking at new housing development potentially down south of town, she would be a great one who's had housing experience and that kind of thing.
Perfect. Well, welcome. Contract signed. You're
Mhm.
stuck now with us.
Official.
Yep, official.
Legal and binding.
Well,
Well,
I'm sorry, they're trying to scare you off.
we're not. We're
They're
just,
doing their best.
yeah, we're not. We're not. Right. Too late. Okay, well, bring up questions as you have them.
Please.
Moving on. Ordinance number 730, update the city code for current governmental structure.
Yeah, so a lot of cities are doing this right now. And before we had a city administrator, I think it was codified in 1998. We found the ordinance that codified the duties and powers of the city administrator. They did not update the powers and duties of the mayor. Prior to that, we had a mayor city clerk structure, very similar to what Potwin has right now. So at that point in time, the mayor acted in kind of the role of the city administrator, where the city clerk took care of all the filings and the bill paying and had a very broad role. In 98, the city shifted to a city administrator position, which a lot of towns did approximately around that same time. A lot of towns did not update their city code as well as far as powers of the mayor. What we'd like to do is just clean that up. And since the city administrator has the supervision of all departments and agencies and direction and management, and supervises and directs and assigns all duties of all appointed officers and employees, that language is also in the powers of the mayor. The number one or letter A is saying that the mayor has the superintending control of all officers and affairs of the city. You can't have two administrators at one time. So what we'd like to do is to clean that up and just take that out of the mayor's duties. The mayor and the council have the power as is to direct, city operations, but as a part of city council meeting in an officially held meeting. So some cities have run into issues where a new mayor or mayors take over and they want to assume the role of the city administrator, and then there's an explosion. There's a battle. And what we're trying to do is get ahead of that. If that happens, the city of Towanda or any city who does not have this kind of clarified as to whose role is what, you're not going to have anybody apply of any substance apply for the city administrator position.
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
the unknown.
What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if you do have an explosion, they won't
So
happen.
what was your example? I know you came up with an example that something occurred, I
Keep
think
track.
that helps shed light on the whole reason, right? So some other town
Yeah,
had a incident where there was a battle.
right.
What
Right.
was that?
May not want to name the town.
Oh, well, we don't need to name the
Yeah.
town, but another town had
It's in
an
the
incident.
newspaper.
So this isn't because we're changing mayors. This isn't because
No.
we're changing administrators.
Not
This
at
is
all.
because it's come to everyone's attention that the wording in these can be a problem down the line. Yeah. So timing is interesting that we have
Yeah, yeah.
new people in
I'm not-
place. However,
I'm not worried about.
it's not
Mike.
that.
No, it's
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
not
get
that.
ahead of,
It's in everyone's best interest to separate the roles, which we have not done apparently.
Well, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more like this, right?
Oh, I'm
This
sure.
isn't the only thing.
Yeah.
That's hasn't been updated.
Oh,
But
no.
this is the one that stuck out because it made news. Therefore, we're taking advantage of it.
and a lot of the other cities have realized, oh, we didn't clarify that either. So I can tell you there's a lot of small cities clarifying this right now.
So here we are. We're one of them. So what do we need to do?
Good motion.
That's what I'm wondering here. You
I'd
got
like
number
to-
7:30?
So the ordinance is 7:30.
Yeah, hold on a second. I thought that's what we were talking about. So this ordinance says 1-204A, which addresses our finances. It doesn't have anything to do with what you were talking about up here. Like, maybe I'm confused, but
Possibly, and that's what I'm looking for.
I mean,
So that's right there in front of you,
still look,
right there in front of you on,
1-204, what you printed off here for, there is a revised ordinance, City of Towanda.
right there in front of you in yellow.
Yeah, no, I see it here.
He's looking at that
I'm
one.
saying,
He's
what you
looking at-
printed off here.
Oh, so that, no, so that's,
204.
okay,
is
so
Director of
that's,
Finances. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No,
what we were
I'm
trying to
sorry.
get done.
I'm sorry. So that's the second piece of it. Sorry. So that's the second piece of it. This is City Code from 1955. The, on here is 107, 1-107. I've kind of boxed it in there. That's Article 2 in our ordinance. Members not to interfere. No member of the governing body shall directly interfere with the conduct of any department except for express direction of the council. That was in our code and has been in our code, but we are not clear that when we updated the code in, what year was it we updated? 90,
85.
was it 98 or 85?
85, it wasn't in 85, I couldn't find it.
Okay. So we're not clear that it's in code today. And we just want to make sure that that was brought
So we're
forward.
putting these two together under one ordinance, is what you're saying.
Can I interject?
Sure.
I think there's a lot, I read through a number of the ordinances, articles of the officers and employees. As Andy knows, I've had a number of discussions over getting a council, once a new council seated, getting a council training session
Mhm.
with Kathy Sexton.
Yeah.
Where she comes in and spends a couple hours and we go through duties and responsibilities, because we're gonna be sitting with essentially a new council. I mean, nobody on here, whoever it is, has more than a year's worth of experience. Okay, I'm just saying. There's a lot of ins and outs that she's brought up to me. There's probably going to be some things that we need to do to ultimately define the structure of our government as far as a mayor, council, mayor, administrator, council form of government,
Mhm.
what that entails. We'll be having a brand new administrator.
Mhm.
I think her input into something like this is also very important. I'd probably be a little upset if I didn't get the opportunity to at least be heard on it. I talked to Kathy today briefly. She gave me 3 different dates when she could do a training session with council and the appointed officers of the city to kind of explain the roles that each one should you should be focused on, which I think is also important for any or whatever it happens to be.
What are the dates?
Do what?
What are the dates?
She's got February the 25th, March the 4th, and March the 18th. Okay, so my suggestion is, and the will of the council, obviously, we'll do whatever we want. My suggestion is that rather than going through, because we're going to have some other things, we still have the power to appoint a police chief and a fire chief and everything else under the sun in here. I read through Article 3 today. My thought is to, and I agree this needs to change. You can't have two supervisors, but you've also got to have some contingency situations. And right now, we don't have a city superintendent. We don't have much of a contingency.
Correct.
Okay.
Right. So you're talking about a more comprehensive.
I'm talking about more comprehensive design. And Sarah's superhuman, I know, but she can only do so much. And until she gets some things straightened away and moved a little closer, she's got a family life too. Somebody's got to be in a position to make some of those decisions in her absence if there's an emergency. If she's not able to be contacted. My suggestion is we have our sessions with Kathy before we act on something like this, and we table it until April.
There you go. So now we got to your point. Let's table it till April. That's what you're getting at, right?
Well, table it till after we've had our
All right.
session.
So
You just went around.
I'm sorry.
4 times.
I'm sorry.
Oh, what in the heck are you talking about?
the only
That's
thing that,
All things.
we're adding, right, is this members not to interfere, which is no member of the governing body shall directly interfere with the conduct of any department except at the express direction of the council. That's how we've ran this ship all along, was as a group, as a council.
I don't have that at all.
Right, but that's what's added. So I don't know why you wouldn't put this in place for these 3 months that you guys are working it out. And then do another change.
Matter?
Huh?
Does it ultimately matter?
Ultimately, no, but as long as you guys all realize that nothing's really changing.
Yeah, I mean, we're waiting on everything else, so.
Hold on, just to be clear. When you say nothing's really changing,
Well,
what do you mean?
I'm saying how we
We're
have been
still
conducting
running.
things.
My interpretation of ordinance 730, just to give you my opinion,
Okay, let's hear it. I'd like to.
is it's not only to necessarily protect, guard against something that's unseen 10 years in the future, but also to catch you up with how I believe that you guys believe you've been conducting business since you've been the mayor.
Right. Well, that's why I said, can we not do this now? Do it.
So tabling this, in my opinion, does not necessarily mean that you're not changing anything.
Okay. So the way I worded not changing anything is if we conduct business the way we have been doing it, nothing's changing. But if we don't, this ordinance needs to be in place.
So you can do this and then revise a
Come
lot
April.
of things.
There's nothing that would preclude you in April or any other meeting for that matter for passing other ordinances. Whether that's after consultation with whomever you want or without consultation
Right.
to update the code. This is updating the city code, section 1-204 accordingly, basically, as it's set out in ordinance 730.
So
I'll make a motion, we adopt ordinance number 730.
thank you. Any second. Seconded by Kit. All in favor? 1, 2. 2. All nay. 3. Doesn't pass. Okay. So knowing that come April or whenever you guys want, change things or don't.
Okay, do that. Thank you.
Y'all decide it. Moving on. Wholesale water supply study.
So, cities in Butler County have been getting together. They're talking about investigating the possibility of creating a countywide wholesale water district. They did this study 20 years ago. They are wanting to revise that and see if that's altogether feasible now, yeah, with the structure that we have now. So each town needs to share in the cost of that study. And basically, it was allocated based on our property valuations. So Towanda, with the lowest property valuation, our cost in that city is $542.90. So basically, what they want to know is if you would participate in this study. And the idea is to potentially reduce our water costs.
The advantages would be potentially reduce water costs. What will that do to our, so what happens to the rural water districts at that point?
Well, so we have a contract with them. I believe it's a 10-year contract.
Correct.
You know, if we do this, it probably won't make a change till the end of that contract. Because the infrastructure has to be put in place. Basically, again, they're just trying to see if it's even feasible.
How long does the study last?
What's that?
How long does the study last?
The study won't take long. I mean, the revision probably won't be more than, I would think, a few months.
So we're gonna pay them 500, or you just said,
$500.
you go out and read the meter, in essence, for 30 days.
Well, it's more than that. I
Well,
mean,
they are
they're
sure.
talking about creating new water infrastructure.
When you say creating new infrastructure,
Isn't that what we do?
sounds like
Yes.
lines.
Supply.
So, like to feed Towanda then?
Yeah,
And we're gonna do that for $550?
Sharing,
it's the study.
it's a study,
It's just the study.
It's our portion of the study. To
and it's sharing costs
revise-
with the other communities.
Revise what they did from here.
I think it's probably a good idea with the new water system, to be honest with you. With our water system coming in, I think it's probably a good idea to have that study done as well. And $550 pretty cheap, to be honest with you. So you need a motion?
Do the other communities have to agree as well?
Yeah, all these that are on the list.
Forward
They all.
with it?
Yeah, Andover was paying 13,000.
Right.
Well, that's because it's the end of.
From a fire
Way bigger.
protection standpoint, it's my opinion that when they created these water districts many years ago to supply toilet flushing water and not fire protection, that was a mistake. And if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna do something like this, it needs to be considered that we add water lines in the rural areas for fire protection. So that's what I was,
What do you call it?
I was stuck on that story with toilet flushing. All right.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
maybe that can be part of their study.
I agree.
They can look
Might
into that.
might be a recommendation you make.
Yeah.
What, $550?
You might get, yeah, it might be $500 worth. Okay, so I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a
Or-
motion to.
Yeah,
what
the
was that
amount.
exact
Participate
number?
in the
500.
participate in the
$40.90.
interlocal cost sharing agreement.
Say it again.
To participate in the interlocal cost sharing agreement.
Make a motion to be involved with that for $542.70.
90 cents.
90 cents.
Damn, why do you write bigger?
Sorry.
90 cents.
Okay, any second?
I'll second.
Second by TC, all in favor? 5-0 carries. All righty, moving on.
Please.
Fine.
Okay.
Check signers, that's gonna change.
Yeah. Currently, can I ask you?
You may.
What do you have?
Huh?
Maybe what?
We're signing, I'm signing the,
Currently, we have 5 check signers,
5 check centers.
that include myself, Jennifer, Andy, Stetson, our treasurer, and Paul Erickson.
We left Paul Erickson on there just for
back up.
back.
I asked for this to be on there. After the council meeting in January, we'll have to have some new check signings. We have to have approved minutes to take to the bank. That's why I wanted to get it on tonight, where we can have the motion made and approved minutes. Sarah, I do need to know how you sign your checks, though.
With their name.
How do you sign them Sarah, or do you use a middle initial?
I use my middle initial,
What, in that L?
R.
R, I couldn't remember.
Sarah, run it.
Mhm.
Let me go.
You say Renee?
Let me go.
It's an H
Yeah,
thing.
It's clairvoyant.
That was gonna be my guess too.
What, mine?
Is that right?
I'm
So
still trying to remember first.
you just.
I got it first though.
I'm sure you did.
What?
Just looked at my notes.
Put my name down. I'll be around.
You'll be around?
I'm around more than most of these people. As far as availability.
I won't be around.
Speaking of nothing changing.
Speaking of, right,
When do you leave for the Keys?
soon, I hope.
I thought you said you were going.
Her dad said no.
Yeah, we're in a public meeting. I prefer not to have my house broken in.
Okay, I'm gonna send it out to
Yeah,
all.
but we are
Virgos.
having people watch it, therefore stay there.
I'll make a
But it's
motion
please,
that
if you
we add 3 individuals to the, 4 individuals to the check signing authority. Sarah R. Gooding, city administrator. Christopher Hunt, Kit Williams, and Jennifer Watkins.
And you,
Pardon?
you.
Well, I say add to it. I
Okay.
mean, you gotta put them all in there, and me, and Mike Hayes,
And remove
and remove Jennifer Schultz, and Andrew Newberry, and Paul Erickson.
Okay, any second?
Second.
You just made that
I
motion.
made a
Second by
motion,
Kit,
second.
all in favor? 5-0. Okay,
Can we? Trying to think of what other,
That doesn't take effect till January, right?
yeah,
Like, I know you just read all that around,
Yeah.
around this, but that doesn't take effect till January.
you gotta
Yes.
approve
He
the
needs
minutes.
the minutes
the-
from the meeting.
I understand, but when does it take effect?
January, the day after the.
Day after the council meeting.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Jan-
Tomorrow.
day
Yeah,
after the
yeah,
next
well,
meeting.
see ya.
With an H.
okay. Did you have something? I don't know you, but if you want to speak, you are welcome to come forward. It's
I'm Nolan, but I'm Johanna. I'm with Perry. I'm helping represent and lease his properties off of Main Street. So we have vacant retail spaces that we're hoping to bring some businesses to Wanda. So I just came to be a fly on the wall, essentially. And
okay.
introduce myself to anyone who, of course, has any suggestions or ideas or any businesses that are looking for spaces to try and help bring that to light, I guess.
Okay,
Do you-
great.
If you would give me a call this week, I have some ideas.
Yeah, I
So,
think you have my cell phone, so you're welcome to call me anytime you're free.
okay,
I'll make sure to answer.
okay.
And Mike, I appreciate your time. I know we've spoken as well and
Correct.
happy to hear you're feeling better. I wanted to make sure to put a name with a face with Andy and Mike,
And
and
Mike,
be
yeah.
here for,
Yeah, Andy, Mike, no, I'm kidding.
and Andy.
okay.
She
I'm
knows.
the good looking one.
Mhm. Now we're getting
In
big.
front of you. I don't know.
Yeah, I think,
Oh, shoot.
yeah,
Yeah.
tricky.
Well,
Well, great
thank you
to have
for
you.
being
Thank
here.
you for being here. Yes, welcome. Okay. Public comment time otherwise.
Oh, no,
Oh.
actually, we have
Andy,
some other business.
oh, there's other business,
That's not on my list.
other new business. I guess I skipped that. I skipped other new business.
This will be classified as really old.
Old business?
You
Really old.
are.
So you,
I can't read
You're
my stuff
involved.
anymore. That's what J.O. does to me every time.
What?
what?
Jennifer,
Liver.
Jennifer?
could you come up here so I could
Oh,
take a
sure.
picture of you?
A picture? Oh, boy, I forgot the water balloons.
Oh, we got them.
A
You're not like
picture
when
of
you're
me.
around Mike.
I get a picture.
What?
You're younger.
When did you start?
When you're
I
around,
don't
I
know.
like it.
In the
because
You didn't, you
Somebody's
didn't find it out?
over there.
1987.
Somebody's
Seven.
over
Put a sentence in there. Not
That-
really.
I'm gonna say, I don't think so.
So
I think it's 15 years.
since we didn't know exactly when she started, I put for your many years
So
of
not in the
service.
Many.
1900s.
Yeah, so anyway,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate it. I have enjoyed serving the community and the citizens here. I am also going to enjoy not being serving the community and citizens for a while. So, yeah, I'm probably not gonna try.
Retirement.
Good. I appreciate you all. Appreciate everybody coming on the council, being a part of it, giving back.
I didn't get a food pocket.
It's very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
It's been nothing but a pleasure. Mikey, take the reins. You can do it.
Yeah, right.
And,
Well,
you
I
know,
thought it'd be the next order of
Now.
business. is really old.
really old. Yes, I am really old. I've been here a long time. So if you all want to
That's-
ever talk business,
So somebody.
skip it. I'm teasing.
Voicemail.
Yeah, voicemail it is. No, I'm happy. I'm happy I did it. And it's been wonderful. I'm proud to say that I did it this long. So thank you all. Rob, especially you for coming in here and saving me on the monthly. Lisa, thank you. You've been a delight. Everybody else, Drew, good luck.
You should say Mike.
I said Mike, good luck.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, Mike knows. So thank you all.
Any other business?
There was, no,
That was it.
that was it. We're done. No executive session, nothing. So the end of an era,
No, because every time.
and
we
I
sit down,
am,
we
You're the only
Call
one
me
that was
later.
here when I started.
Make a motion to adjourn.
How long have you been here?
That's why I was trying to ask her how long she's been on.
I really
She's
don't
like, I
know.
remember. I'm like, God.
I
How
don't
how
know.
many-
You've been
I
Gene
think I
Thomas,
started in
Jay
2013.
Farner, Johnny Carson
Johnny was-
got me in here.
Johnny Carson. Wow.
I know.
1 year.
I think it's been 15.
See, I think I've been 12.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I think because Norm was I definitely worked with Norm
Yeah.
at least 3 or 4. So it's 15.
Johnny was
long.
not on here when I started.
Okay.
Pam, Tony Sabala.
Yeah.
We went through this. The old guy that passed away had like
Guthrie, Ken.
John
nope.
Cogan.
Who?
John Cogan.
Nope.
Kogan
Ken
was gone.
Guthrie.
Kenneth Guthrie.
Ken Guthrie.
Nope.
Johnny Carson.
Oh,
Dean Thomas.
There you
John
go.
Thomas.
That's Gene.
Yeah.
He was on.
Gene was on.
That was really sad.
He was the council president when I started. He was
Yeah.
mayor. He was council president. Tony, Pam, Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah,
I thought you'd replace Gene as mayor.
I did.
And
We
he came
have
back.
a
Yeah.
motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Oh, we-
It's been a long time. Thank
Make
you.
a motion to adjourn.
Wait a second.